If you're looking for a tangy, sweet dessert, then this lemon meringue pie could be just for you. Our lemon meringue pie has 3 layers. We start with a biscuit base, very, very simple. Then we're going to make a homemade lemon curd on top, so that's lemons, corn flour, eggs and sugar. And we finish it meringue as well. Okay, to start with, we're going to work from the bottom up, so we need to do our biscuit base first. Crack all of those into there, either with your hands, with a rolling pin, or whatever you find easiest. We just want a fine breadcrumb. And meanwhile, the butter, which is going to help to stick it all together at the end, goes into our microwave to melt.
It's quite therapeutic, this bit, then.
Very therapeutic. Awesome. So there we go, that's nice and melted. And what we are going to set this into is our cake tin. Okay, so this is a non-stick, it's got a blue spot. Later on, you can pull the whole thing out nice and easy. You'll see that in a bit. And then our butter goes in. So if you can stir all that through, and make sure all of those biscuit crumbs are coated, because that's what, when it sets up later, will hold it all together. Looking pretty good. Now throw it all into there.
What happens if you haven't got a tin with a loose bottom?
You can just do it in a separate one, it just means it's more difficult to get out at the end. So you might not be able to present it, you might have to take one slice out, which might break a bit, but then you'll be able to get all the rest out, okay? Or you can do it in individual ones, little ramekins.
Ooh.
Okay, so you can't see the layers, but when you dig down, you'll get the layers in there. So whatever you've got to hand, really. And then back of a spoon, just push it down. So in terms of thickness, you want something that is just about the thickness of your finger, and then the same with lemon curd, and then the same with meringue, okay?
Yeah.
So,
cool.
We can put that over to one side for the moment and concentrate on our lemon curd. Okay, so you could just buy lemon curd, but we're going to show you how easy it is to make one. Zest in 2 lemons. Lemon curd is basically a very, very sharp lemon mixture that's then set with egg and corn flour. Curd is the process. So you can make a lime curd, you can make a mango curd, you can make a passion fruit curd. We had a fantastic passion fruit curd at the South Bank Food Festival. Yeah. We used that, brilliant. But this is how to make sort of a traditional lemon curd. Good, not a lot left on that one. And then we need all the juice as well, so squeeze it through your fingertips. We want all of that juice out there.
This is a lot of lemon.
Well, you want it really sharp. Think about how sweet the meringue is later on. You need that sharpness, and how buttery the biscuits are. You need the sharpness to cut through that and balance, which is why your ratios of biscuit to curd to meringue are very important. If you can crack in both eggs, and then a whisk, and to it we add our sugar, and some cold butter straight from the fridge, but also a little bit of corn flour in there, so if you can whisk that in as well.
What does the corn flour do?
It's a thickening agent, so it thickens it, makes it gelatinous, so when it's cool you can actually cut a slice out of it and it's not too liquidy. And keep stirring until it comes up to a simmer, and when it starts to get really thick you can swap to a wooden spoon, if I take the whisk, just get into all those corners and make sure nothing is sticking, but as soon as you've got the consistency you have there, and it's been bubbling away for about a minute, you can see nice and thick, then we pour the whole thing over our biscuit base. So it's not particularly thick, but you saw how much lemon we put in. It's very, very sharp. It needs to go into a fridge to set up. It needs to go a couple of hours, so it's completely set and gelatinous all over. And then we can do our final layer. Now that our curd has set, we can concentrate on the meringue part of our lemon meringue pie. So 3 eggs, all you need to do is crack them in there, just the whites in there and yolks in there. Okay. Clean bowl, and you won't want any extra fat in that white from your greasy fingers. Beautiful.
Tell you what, you're right. Practice does make perfect. If I do say so myself, I am perfection.
The epitome of...
There you go.
There we go. Awesome. So we need to whip that up. You can do it by hand, or you can use our clever machine. And while Barry's whisking up that, we can look at our meringue pie. So now that it's set up, all we need to do is lift it off, and then we have 1 lemon meringue pie. Now I reckon we'll stick it straight onto the plate we'll serve it on. How are we doing on our stiff peaks?
Perfect.
Good. Well, now we make it sweet by adding in our caster sugar. Okay, because at the moment it's just egg white. The sugar makes it into the meringue. Look at that effortless meringue. From here into a pie, but you can just smear it over the top, but why not finish the dessert with some finesse? Now, if I pipe, do you want to burn?
Yes!
Thought you might.
Does it involve a flamethrower?
It does involve a flamethrower. I'm going to pipe our meringue around the lemon. Neat piping. And we'll do it in rings, I think.
Now that looks amazing.
You need to turn the gas on, then do that.
Whoa!
And then from a distance.
Yes.
Nice and gentle. Caramelise around the top, but you don't want to burn too much. You just want that sweet golden colour as the sugars caramelise. Once it starts to go, it doesn't take much.
And you haven't got one of these?
Under a really hot grill. So a very, very, very hot grill, just pop it underneath and that'll do the same job.
Look at that!
Turn it off now. So there it is, the 3 layers of buttery biscuit base, a lemon curd and the meringue. It's our lemon meringue pie, sorted. It should cut pretty nicely with that biscuit base. Look at that. That is meringue pie. Sharp, sweet, crunch.
That is incredible. I know why you're here now.
What?
Want some?
I thought I'd come have a look. So
Yeah, well, come on, Gary. Just come in. Good work.
Good work.
don't forget that we have a recipe a day on the website, sortedfood.com, and we would love to see your photos. So upload them to...
Circle right up my nose!
You can scoop it out. Oh. Not over our pie.
Remember, there's a video a day on sortedfood.com, and please upload your photos to facebook.com/sortedfood. We love seeing your lemon meringue pie moments.